So as you can tell from the notes in front of you, we're looking at surface area of pyramids and cones. So LA stands for lateral area. In other words, the sides. Surface area is the total area. So what we're looking for originally on this problem is the total surface area, and we're going to round to the nearest hundredth. So what we got here is we got the lateral height of the slant height of 20.7, and we've got a square base with 11s. So we find the area of the base. So that's 11 times 11. We're going to add that to the area of the slant height. Now the formula says to do 1/2 times the slant height, which in this case is 20.7, then times the perimeter. Well, the perimeter is 11, 11, 11, and 11. Well, 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11 is 44. And so we take out our trusty calculators. I'm going to pause for a minute so I can do that. And so we get that this is 455.4. Then 11 times 11 is 121, and we add those, and we get 576.4. Okay? And that's all there is to it. Find the perimeter, multiply it by the slant height. Find the area of the bottom, add the two together, and we're done. Now, let's take a look at a triangular pyramid. Same idea. Okay, the perimeter, 6 plus 6 plus 6, that's 18. Then the slant height is 8.2. And we multiply that by half. And that takes care of the three sides. Then it's the area of the base. Well, the area of the base is 1/2. The base, well, that's where the right angle meets the height. I hate these calculators because they keep turning off. And so that's 6. And the height of this particular triangle is this dotted line, and that's 5.2. And so we do 1/2 times 18 times 8.2, and this is 73.8, plus 1/2 times 6 times 5.2, and we get 15.6, and we add those two numbers together, and we get 89.4. Okay. Next, we've got a cone. And so this is, again, very simple. We find the area of the circle. Well, the circle is pi r squared, so that's pi times 8 squared. Then we do pi times the radius times the slant height. Well, the slant height is 13.6. And so we just multiply this out. That's 64 pi plus 13. Stop turning off on me, you stupid calculator. Oh, I'm sorry about that. So 8 times 13.6 is 108.8 pi. And we add that to 64. And we get 172.8 pi. two others I'd like to show you briefly. Okay, this one, because it already gives you the base, and so that part's already done. So we just have to find the perimeter, and it tells us they're all 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 12s. So that's 60 times the slant height of 19.5 times 1/2 plus 247.75. And so then we just go through and multiply and add. And so this is 49.5 plus 247.75. And we add that to the 247.75, and we get 297.25. And these would all be whatever units squared. Now, number 8 is where things get a little tricky. Okay, because notice they give us the actual height of the pyramid, and so we need to find the slant height. And so we have to do everybody's favorite thing, Pythagorean theorem. Okay, and so we know A is 15 because it's halfway across this side. We know B is 20, so we do 15 squared plus 20 squared equals C squared. And so we got to find C squared in order to do the problem, or C to do the problem. So that's 225 plus 400 equals C squared, and so that's 625 equals C squared. Square root both sides, and we get 25 is C. So that means our slant height is C. Our slant height is 25. And so then if 30 is each side, 30 times 4 is 120. And so we do 120 times 1/2 times 25 plus 30 times 30. Well, 30 times 30 is 900, and half times 20 times 25, 120 times 1 times 25, so 0.5 times 20, sorry, I keep saying 20, 120 times 25 is 1500. Add those together, and we get 2400 feet squared. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go through and do it, but for number 9 on here, we would have to do the Pythagorean theorem as well, because that's how we would get this side. And so we would split this to 4.5, use 20. And here we have the slant height, but we don't have the side length. So we would use this to find A, and then we would double it. Okay? And so that's how everything is done. If you have questions, let me know. And good luck. All right.